What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever episode of the Missed Putt Podcast. For those who don't know me, my name is Harrison. I'm 33. I live in New Jersey. As you can see, I'm not on a golf course. I'm not in a golf cart. I am at my dining room table. I went to go out and record episode one last week, but as some of you know by the videos already I put out, the audio from the golf cart just ruined everything. That was probably the worst fucking golf cart I think I've ever had in the 14 years I've been golfing. The squeakiness was just so loud. Honestly, I couldn't even concentrate on playing. It was just bothering me so much. So we unfortunately scrapped a good chunk of the audio, good chunk of the video, because I didn't want to put something like that out, for my first episode. So I was going to go out today, but it's raining. It's raining, it's windy, it's cold. So thankfully, my wife was wonderful enough to let me use our dining room table. So, again, welcome to the first ever episode of the Missed Putt. This is something I've been kind of wanting to do for a while now. It just took me forever to kind of get the idea from, my head to paper to this. Thankfully, I was able to kind of talk to a couple different people. They're kind of putting me in the right direction of what to do, how to do it, and then just to get over the fear of doing it. And all it took was for me to hit the record button. And as nervous as I am right now, I know that maybe some of these videos down the road could help someone, and that's all I ask. So the name means a lot to me. Jen and I were going back and forth with a couple different names for this. I stuck with this one because the Missed Putt resonates with me a lot because I miss all my putts. I'm known for at least two putting on every hole, so I miss a lot of putts, and I kind of correlate that to missed opportunities in life, whether it's failures, setbacks, regret, anything like that. So I figured it would be a good name for this because we all have our missed putt moments in life, and on the golf course. I know I do. Also, real quick, shout out Bray Wyatt. I know it's WrestleMania today. Bray Wyatt is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Unfortunately, passed away a couple years back. One of the worst days of my life. I'm a big WWE guy. I don't care to admit that. I don't frankly give a shit if you think that's stupid or not, but I love it. Huge Bray Wyatt guy. So when he passed away, that was one of the worst moments of my life because someone that I almost grew up watching suddenly passed, and it was just terrible. Jen and I went to WrestleMania 40 in Philly, 2 years ago, I think, and that was awesome. That was one of the best weekends I think I've ever had. I saw The Rock, Cody Rhodes, The Undertaker was there. That was people I grew up watching and never thought I'd see, and I did. That was awesome. Sorry, I know this isn't a wrestling podcast, but I just had to shout out WrestleMania and my man Bray Wyatt. Anyway, I don't mean to stray away from golf and this. I just had to say that. So anyway, I started this for a couple different reasons. I started this because I love golf, and B, I just want to talk to people. When I usually when I'm not golfing with my brother, I'll probably golf by myself, have my headphones on, because my usual crew of golfers, they can't really go anymore. My one friend is injured, so he can't really golf. My other buddy has a almost 1 year old, so finding time for him to get out there is rough. And my other buddy lives a little far, and he's not really a golfer, but I know he'll kind of just go for the vibes. But typically I just golf by myself when I don't golf with my brother. I have my headphones on. I don't mind. So I like to kind of do my own thing on the golf course. But with this, I'm hoping to bring someone I haven't talked to in a while on. Bring, a total stranger to me on, and we can talk about our problems. They can talk to me about work, life. Sometimes I feel as if talking to a stranger is a lot easier than talking to your friend or a loved one. And that's part of my goal. I want to talk to whoever's listening to this. I want to talk to whoever's watching this. if we can meet up at a golf course down by me or down by you, anywhere, just, so we can chat, we can bullshit, we can talk about whatever. And again, like I said before, even if that helps someone, that's all I really care about. That's fine. I've also never really recorded a podcast before, so bear with me if there's small little breaks in the audio. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and talk about things without being too like structured almost. Like I'll be 100% honest and transparent. Like on my computer right here in front of me, I have like a bunch of notes of things that I kind of want to bring up, but I'm trying to like look at the camera and also look down at my computer to see what I want to talk about. But I don't want it to be too scripted, That's why I want to like just talk to you guys about like what I have going on, and then what other people have going on. But this episode's not going to be long. I want episode 1 to kind of just introduce myself to you guys, tell you what I'm about, and eventually, once I get guests on, the episodes will be a little bit longer. But episode 1, I'm just kind of touch base on a few things, and then you'll see what else I have in store. So right now, I work for a small family-owned optometrist office. I do the sales. I sell the glasses. I cut eyeglass lenses. I basically make sure that you guys get the glasses that you like. I've been in this industry for 12 years now, and I've been doing this particular role for honestly just like 7 or 8 months. Where I was at for the past like 7-8 years, I fucking hated it. I was miserable every single day. Like coming home miserable from work is the last thing I want to do, because there have been a lot of days where I come home miserable. I don't really want to talk to anyone. I kind of want to just do my own thing and be left alone. And that's not good. That's not healthy for you. That's not healthy for the people around you. And I hated that. And it took me some time to realize that I need to get the fuck out of here. So I finally found another job, and I absolutely love it. I love going to work every day. I love doing what I do. I love coming home and not being stressed. I love coming home and being able to have a conversation with my wife without being annoyed at thinking about something that happened at work earlier in the day. That's how it should be. So if anyone out there is miserable at their job and they fucking hate it like I did, do what you can to get the fuck out. It's not good for your mental. It's not good for your physical. It's not good at all. It took me a while to realize that, and it's unfortunate that it took me that long. But in a way, I'm glad it did, because there are certain things that I've learned there that I can take on to my new job and potentially new careers in the future. So in a way, I'm glad, but I'm also very, very happy I got out of there. So if anyone is in that position, trust me, do what you can do to get the fuck out, because it's not going to be good for you long term, and it's not going to be good for your family long term if you are this stressed out, if you get this angry about work. You're not supposed to be angry about work. You're not on this planet to work. You're on this planet to live and have fun, spend time with your loved ones, not be stressed about a shitty 9-to-5 job. So if I can give any advice to anyone, do your best to get the fuck out of your miserable workplace, and your life is going to change. I'm telling you. I know that from experience. All right? Do what you got to do. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. That's what you can't. I'm terrified of doing this, but also I keep telling myself not to be afraid to post this. Someone once told me that I can't be afraid to post, and I can't be afraid to put myself out there, because who gives a fuck what people think? At the end of the day, they're going to watch this and scroll past it, or they're going to watch it and interact with it. And if they interact with it, whether it's good or bad, you got a view on your profile page. So whatever. Fuck them. That's what I have to say about that. So I was asked a couple days ago, actually, why I decided to do this. Like, what made me want to start the podcast? Why, like, what inspired me? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm so sick and tired of seeing all these videos on like TikTok, the news, YouTube, whatever, about men just unfortunately committing suicide because of depression, and they had no one to talk to. I was just watching earlier this morning. I was watching the Sky King documentary in Hulu. Fantastic, by the way. And I guess they were playing the cockpit audio for his family the first time. For the first time, they didn't hear it, and when he basically said he had no plans on landing the plane, he was going to end his life. Every single person in his family took their headphones off and started to cry because they had no idea. They had no idea that this guy was depressed. They had no idea that this guy was that sad in his life that he unfortunately took his own life. I hate that. Men and women, I cannot stand that. That's the one thing that I wish people would talk about. I understand like men don't necessarily have anyone to talk to. I mean, I have my wife. Obviously, she's fantastic. She's great. She's my rock. But I know there are other people out there who don't, and it's unfortunate. A lot of us men think that we need to be strong and we need to be the big guy in the house, but we're all battling something. For me, for example, my biggest thing that I don't necessarily like talking about is I compare myself a lot to other people, um, and it's terrible. One of the reasons why I do that is because I'm 33. My wife and I still live in an apartment, and yet we see people younger than us, older than us, whatever, buying a home, and we're trying to save up as much money as we can while paying rent, and yet I see John Smith buying a 4-bedroom house for $700,000, who's 5 years younger than me. You know what I mean? And I see that, and then I just like spiral. I just like worry, and I wonder, what am I doing wrong with my life? Like, how can I get to that point soon? Where did I go wrong in my life that I don't own that yet? Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know we're slowly getting there, and I cannot compare myself to others, but it's just so fucking annoying. I hate that. But and I know there are other people who are that, and I know there are people who are the same, and it's tough. So comparing myself to others is something I know I have to stop doing, but um, I'm slowly working on it. It's a process that's gonna take some time. A little bit more about me. I'm very emotional. If you know me, then you should know that I wear my heart on my sleeve with certain people, certain things. I'll tell you what. If you put me in front of the computer with YouTube on, if you put a video of soldiers returning home from war, if you put a video of couples telling their families that they're pregnant, I'm bawling. I'm like crying my eyes out. That shit makes me so happy. I love seeing other people happy. I love seeing other people win. Seeing people in my life win and do well is part of my dreams. And I love that. I love that I can see people succeed. I love that I can see people do well. I love that I can see people come home from war. That gets me going. There have been times like I'm scrolling through TikTok, I watch one video, and then I'm scrolling. 15 minutes later, I have to get up and blow my nose because I'm crying because these videos just make me so sad, but in a good way. Um, there are a lot of sad movies that I watch. One of the greatest movies that I've seen that makes me sad, I can't even believe I'm going to say this, is Charlie St. Cloud. Um, if you know, you know. I haven't seen that movie in forever, but it's with Zac Efron. Shout out High School Musical. But that movie is basically about if I remember correctly, his younger brother dies, and he sees like the ghost of him throughout the movie. And that there's one particular scene that just gets me every time because I have a younger brother. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. They're both 9 years apart from me, so they're twins. And that just when I see that movie, I think of them. I think of the wonderful relationship I have with my brother. I think of the wonderful relationship I have with my sister, and it just gets me emotional thinking about them when I watch that movie. If you haven't seen it, however, go see it. Charlie St. Cloud. I don't know what streaming service it's on, but it's worth a watch. I'll tell you that. Oh, also, and Click with Adam Sandler. That's like a known sad movie, but I have a really good relationship with my dad too. So obviously, I'm not gonna talk about the movie, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So when I'm not watching movies, sad movies, I'm usually just hanging out with my dog, with my wife, just doing whatever, thinking about my next bad golf shot, thinking about my next missed putt, thinking about my next topped iron shot, which is actually very annoying, by the way, because I, okay, so I'm not the best golfer. I do think I'm pretty good, however. Um, I can have a fantastic drive, pipe it right down the middle. My next iron shot could be center of the fairway, dead straight, shake it to the right. That's like the most frustrating thing in the world. And I know you golfers know that. And it's the most frustrating thing. However, I've learned we can't let bad shots determine our round. Just like in life, we can't let bad things that happen during the day determine the rest of our day, determine the next day, how our week goes. It's all about your mindset. Just the way I look at it is one bad shot, done, on to the next. Think about that as life. You know, if you have a bad day, shit happens, tomorrow's going to be better. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Everything that happened previously, whether it's bad shot on the golf course, whether it's a bad day prior, it's a new day. It's a new hole. It's a new shot. Fuck it. Everything will be fine. One thing I've learned from golfing is you have to have a very strong mental. You cannot let a bad shot ruin anything. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that you guys should be expecting from this podcast moving forward. Right now, I know this episode sucks. I know it's going to be short. I'm very nervous. My anxiety is through the roof right now. I've never recorded a podcast before, so please bear with me moving forward. I have a lot of guests I'm going to have on over the next few episodes. And I truly think that what they have to talk about will resonate with a few people. I've known a couple of these guests almost my entire life, and some I've only known for a few months. So I think it'll be great. I know they're excited to come on. I'm excited to have them. I'm excited for you guys to hear about their journeys, their growths, their setbacks, everything. Um, so yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in and listening and watching. I know you guys have been liking and sharing my reels and all my other posts, which have been very, very mind blowing. By the way, I can't believe I have this many followers, and I just started this like a month ago, and I haven't even posted an episode yet. So it's like truly remarkable how much you guys are supporting me. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate that. I never thought that I'd have this many people care about what I have to say and what other people have to say. So it really is great. But again, thank you so much for listening and watching. I cannot wait for you guys to hear the next couple episodes I have going on. I can't wait for you to see the next couple of guests I have. It's going to be great. If I can leave you with one thing though, my message to you would be, don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid to hit that record button. Don't be afraid to send that text. Don't be afraid to make that phone call. Yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. I know this wasn't the first episode that you were probably anticipating because I'm not on a golf course. And again, I am extremely, extremely nervous and anxious even doing this. So I'm going to get better at this. I promise. I just wanted to get some sort of content out for you guys. Again, not what you probably were looking for, but I just wanted to get something out there for you. I will get better at this. That's something I can guarantee. Since I'm not on the golf course today, kind of ruined my whole like vibe of what I wanted to do. But again, I just wanted to get some sort of content out for you. Again, please continue to follow. Please continue to like, share all my posts. It's really wonderful how many people have been supporting me throughout this so far. So with that being said, thank you everyone. I can't wait for you to see what else we have in store for this. Anyway, shout out my wife Jen. She is the producer of all this. She set all the stuff up for me to do today. Without her, I'd be miserable. I would be lost in my life. I have no idea where I would be. So shout out to her. Anyway, so with that being said, we all miss putts. What matters is what we do after. Thanks. Until next time.